Hello, Twe, my people. This one is a shocker. It came as a surprise because we Nigerians were almost thinking that some certain, selected set of people, high-ranking people, wealthy people, not politicians this time around, are untouchable. Because when Emefiele's situation escalated and, the whole world got to learn about all of the atrocities Emefiele committed while in office, we also found out how Emefiele has been exchanging naira to dollar. In short, has been giving Dangote foreign exchange at a very ridiculously, low amount of money. Not even only that, without government approval. By the time Emefiele's case got to court, there were no mention of association with Dangote and all of that, and I was starting to think that so why did you guys tell us that all of these illegalities happened between Emefiele and Dangote if you weren't going to pursue the case to the last? But guys, yesterday EFCC stormed Dangote's head office in Lagos and BUA's office as well, and they are not the only companies involved. Allegedly 14 other companies are also involved where Emefiele exchanged naira to dollars for them with with ridiculous exchange rates. I am so glad that finally we are seeing all of this happen, and it's been a very crazy week that was because a lot of things have been happening back to back, from corruption allegation, NIPSA boss Alima Saliu, who transferred 44 billion naira in the space of 3 days from the account of a government. And I'm like, hey God, it's like my brain wants to explode, because I don't think that because these are record-breaking corruption. These are record-breaking corruption. And on the other hand, we saw how Tinubu fired a minister as well, an ex-minister of humanitarian during the regime of Buhari is also being investigated, although she did not turn up at the EFCC office all through the day before yesterday. It's been really crazy, like I said, but in a few minutes we are going to go into the details of today's news. But before we do that, if this is your first time here or you haven't subscribed to this channel, please kindly subscribe, like this video. Don't forget to also turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. As Emefiele thrown Allege Dangote under the bus, insiders allege payback from Emefiele as EFCC Ransack Dangote's office. Beware the fury of a betrayed friend. A patient, pitiless friend like Godwin Emefiele, the embattled former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, may be out for blood amid his trial for fraud and official misconduct during his time as CBN head honcho. Indeed, revenge is the sweetest morsel to the mouth that ever was cooked in hell. Against the backdrop of invasion of Allege Dangote's office by operative of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, speculations are rife that the man Eteto regarded as Africa's richest billionaire must have been thrown under the bus by the former CBN boss. Sources close to the duo reveal that EFCC's 3-hour invasion and ransack of Dangote's office and archives today may be connected to his rumored falling out with his ex-buddy and business associate Emefiele. The latter had reportedly reached out unsuccessfully to Dangote from detention. It is alleged that Dangote persistently snubbed attempts by the ex-CBN governor to get his attention. Likewise, he reportedly snubbed members of Emefiele's family who tried to seek his assistance for their breadwinner, who is currently facing trial for financial misappropriation, including a major transaction involving Dangote during Emefiele's tenure as CBN governor. Frustrated, Emefiele reportedly started singing like a carny to the anti-graft agency, so doing implicating a lot of his cronies and associates, many of whom have abandoned him in his hour of need. Thus, when the EFCC operatives stormed the Lagos head office of the Dangote Group to conduct a search on Forex allocations to the company during the tenure of CBN Governor Emefiele, many concluded that it's Emefiele hacking his pound of flesh of Dangote, who allegedly betrayed him. Dele Oyewale, the EFCC spokesman, has also confirmed the development. It would be recalled that on June 9, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu suspended Emefiele from office with immediate effect. This was disclosed in a press statement from Willie Bassi, the Director of Information for Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume. Emefiele's suspension followed an ongoing investigation of his office and the planned reforms in the economy's financial sector. Emefiele's suspension and subsequent trial have been linked to a significant scandal involving the borrowing of 1 billion naira that occurred just before the inauguration of a new administration of President Tinubu. Startling revelations emerged, shedding light on Emefiele's actions in obtaining the funds. It is alleged that on April 24, 2023, after the elections and in preparation for the May 29 inauguration, Emefiele borrowed 1 billion naira from Afrexim Bank. Shockingly, within 2 days of receiving the money, $750 million was swiftly transferred to Allege Dangote's Dubai account using a Form A transaction. These revelations have sent shockwaves through the nation, raising concerns about integrity, collusion, and potential abuse of power. It is claimed that the Tinubu, then the new president-elect, was kept in the dark about this transaction. The scale and method of the transaction are deeply troubling. Sources within the CBN suggest that Emefiele sold the dollars to Dangote at the exceptionally low rate of 445 naira to the dollar. On April 24, 2023, $1 billion was deposited into the CBN JP Morgan account from Afrexim Bank. Within 2 days, $750 million was transferred to Dangote's Blue Star Dubai account using the Form A transaction method, bypassing the requirement of a letter of credit. Blue Star has had connections to Dangote since 2007. While some CBN officials expressed concerns about these transactions, the revelations underscore the potential for money laundering and illicit activities within Nigeria's financial system, casting a shadow on the CBN's integrity during Emefiele's tenure. There is no gainsaying President Tinubu took decisive action by suspending Emefiele and initiating a thorough investigation of his tenure as CBN governor. Emefiele, who is seeking a plea bargain in a criminal suit filed against him by the federal government, is facing a 20-count charge over an alleged conspiracy to carry out procurement fraud, among others. It would be recalled that both Emefiele and Dangote enjoyed a chummy relationship before Emefiele's sack and subsequent trial, and things went away between them. Back then, no favor was deemed too much or expensive by Dangote as a means of oiling his relationship with the ex-CBN governor. For instance, he saw nothing wrong in releasing his private jet a couple of times to Emefiele, who enjoyed unrestricted access to the aircraft. Going about in Dangote's private jet apparently made work easier for the CBN governor. He did not have to queue to board commercial airlines, and he found it extremely comfortable and luxurious to travel in style aboard the aircraft of Africa's richest billionaire and philanthropist. Both men are definitely a long distance from that era, and they've drifted far apart. You all, what are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section below. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.